Welcome back to Tyler's Retro Reviews for this special December theme, what you may call it. We're gonna kick things off with a redo of Turning Point 2005. The last time I did this, I did not show this DVD of it, although I have it for a long time now, but I didn't show you it on the original video. This is back in 2005. That was back 4 years ago on my main channel. That was my first review series. Started with, ironically enough, New Year's Revolution 2005, which I might do that next month because I will do 2 Royal Rumbles in January because I'm just gonna nix the whole the big 4 in the Halloween Havocs and that because yeah, that's another thing I gotta cut back on. But yeah, let's talk about Turning Point 2005. This was the pay-per-view before Final Resolution 2006, which if you want to see that show updated, you can see that on my secondary channel. I mean, my original videos were kind of tough to sift through from 2019 to, I want to say after 2000, that is, when I did that. Anyways, let's talk about Turning Point 2005. Such fun times to go back to this, because this was ironically the year I got into TNA, and there was one person who got my attention of it, and that was AJ Styles. I mean, you see him on my WECW show, on my main channel, that is. And met the guy in 2017, you already know. December 11th in the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida. Like I said before, this was before Final Resolution 2006, which I already talked about that show. It's one of their best pay-per-views ever. And yeah, this show, it's a fantastic show. A very good show, actually. So, let's talk about Final Resolution. Oh my god. Turning Point 2005, not Final Resolution, Jesus. With the first actual match on the card. And I said first actual match on the card because I'm not counting the pre-show because the DVD of it had the pre-show before the main show. I don't know why TNA DVDs with their pay-per-views started with the pre-show when you start up the show. With the Barbed Wire Massacre match. Sabu defeats Abyss. Abyss was another person who got my attention with TNA before Sting came in. This feud started at Sacrifice 2005. Possible for later down the line, because they had that no DQ match at Unbreakable. I'll talk about that show again. That match had that famous triple threat match. And then they were in the first Monsters Ball match at Bound for Glory, which Rhino won, which we'll get to Rhino in the main event. And then Genesis, the date of November 13th, where Eddie Guerrero passed away, where Abyss won that. And we get this. This is the whole thing of Abyss fearing barbed wire. And James Mitchell had Abyss fight his own fear of barbed wire, and it worked. This match was bloody and fun to watch. This is how you do a fucking barbed wire match. Not that shit what AEW did 2 years ago in that exploding bullshit. I'm sorry, it was bullshit. They would do another Barbed Wire Massacre match at Against All Odds 2008, which I did that last year on my main channel. On my 10th season of the Year in Reviews, which I was convinced to end it there. If I would have ended it with 2008, I would have started up this channel. But I kept it going. And after 2010, I was like, fuck the whole Year in Review thing. I want to start up this channel. the retro reviews. And call me crazy, but it has to be a decision I have to do for 2023. But yeah. But this match was fucking great. Sabu will have one more appearance in TNA Walkout 2006 against Samoa Joe. And that was the last time until 2010. But regardless, fun match. 8 out of 10. Anyways, then we get a Impact tag team match between Austin Aries and Matt Bentley. Shawn Michaels' cousin defeats Alex Shelley and Roderick Strong. This was just a random match they should have put on Impact. Because this was around the time they were on Spike TV. They took advantage of Raw moving back to USA. If I do the Raw Homecoming show again, probably in 2025 for the 20th anniversary of that. Who knows? This match was just a random match. 6 out of 10, I'll give it. Just a random match. And then they did this whole storyline where Raven was angry because Jeff Jarrett and America's Most Wanted stole the world title from Raven, the NWA world title. Or yeah, I know I call it the NWA/TNA championship, but that's how I'm going to pronounce these TNA shows because of it. And then, Raven blames Larry Sabisco for some reason. I did not like this storyline. It actually culminated at Victory Road 2006, so there's that. Raven fought Just Incredible, and now here he's facing, it's Raven defeating Chris Canyon. Okay, I know it was not called Canyon, but we're going to call him that here. This match was really, really short. 5 minutes. Give these guys more time, because it was a good match for 5 minutes. This whole storyline where Larry Sabisco wants Raven to leave TNA and that final resolution, ironically, to Sean Wolfman. X-Pac, 6, whatever you want to call him. But that whole thing continued on to Lockdown. And like I said before, Victory Road 2006. Yeah, 6 out of 10. I wish this match was longer. Anyways, then we get an 8-man tag team match on this show. Team Canada of Bobby Roode, Eric Young, A1, who was on Marky D's Reign of the Hawk Season 3 roster. He didn't do well. Shout out to you. And P. Williams defeats the one and only 4 Life crew because BG James recruited Kip James, his brother, in kayfabe, but even though they're Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, but they couldn't pronounce that. The end of the match, Konnan turns heel and hits the later become James Game, and then launch the Truth Killing, saying, "Are you gonna hit me too?" And Konnan says, "No, I'm gonna hug you." That's the only thing people remember about this, because this was not that good. 3 out of 10. I mean, this begins LAX, the first iteration of LAX, and yeah. And then we get, what was it called? A base brawl match. Yeah, this thing. It's not a no disqualification match for some reason. Chris Sabin, Sanchita, and Dale Torborg, who was the Kiss Demon in WCW 2000 fame. I might do a future dumpster fires on there, but I don't think I should. Nah, I won't. Defeats the Diamonds in the Rough of David Young, the Master of the Calf Driver Slam. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Marky D. I had to reference your lines in your videos. Elix Skipper and Simon Diamond. I forgot to mention him in my November tour. Yeah, he... Whatever. Yeah, it was okay. But it wasn't great. 5.5 out of 10, I'll give it. Because this whole thing started the go home Impact before this. Because they have Bobby Heenan on commentary, who I don't think he really commentated in this match. Regardless, we'll start with the next match. The match determined the number one contender for the NWA TNA Championship. Christian Cage defeats Monty Brown. This whole thing started. Now, let me talk about this. Christian's contract with WWE ended on November. And then, just a few weeks later, or days later, at Genesis 2005, Christian made his TNA debut. And then he became a babyface because of it. And then he gets into this feud with the Alpha Male Monty Brown. Man, I love Monty Brown in TNA. Not in WWE though. WWE's Monty Brown sucked. And Monty Brown pounds Christian Cage. Pounds him. And this match is a number one contenders match. And Monty Brown got the short-handed stick in TNA because I know a lot of people were to blame Jeff Jarrett for this, but you have to, Jeff Jarrett made TNA, so you can tell he has the power in TNA because of it, but whatever. This match was good, but I think their Destination X 2006 match was better than this match. But yeah, Christian won, and we all know Against All Odds. No, my bad, not Final Resolution. Against All Odds 2008, Christian Cage beat Jeff Jarrett to win the NWA TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And I've said this before, Christian in TNA is better than his AEW run. Deal with it. .5 out of 10. Good match. Anyways. Then we get a tables match, but America's Most Wanted tag team championships were not on the line. Team 3D defeats America's Most Wanted. This is a good tables match. But however, this feud got tainted at Final Resolution 2006. Again, I already talked about Final Resolution 2006 already. About that dumb finish where you already know. I already mentioned it in my Final Resolution 06 review on this channel and my main channel also from 4 years ago. Regardless, this whole thing started on the first episode of TNA Impact on Spike TV where Team 3D made their debuts and then they got obliterated by Jeff Jarrett and AMW. Then they held that mock funeral segment and then they came back at Bound for Glory 2005 and you already know. This was a good tables match. 7.5 out of 10. It would have been better, but whatever. We get the match of the night for the TNA X Division Championship. Samoa Joe defeats AJ Styles by technical knockout to win the X Division Championship. How many times do I have to say this about AJ Styles and Samoa Joe? Amazing match. These two had great chemistry together. And this was a great X Division Championship match. Look at X Division matches in 2005, 2006, some in 2007. And then look at X Division matches in 2010. I rather watch the ones in 2005 and 2006. Regardless, this was a great match. And a story about this because what happened at Genesis when Samoa Joe attacked Christopher Daniels and gave him a kayfabe concussion. And AJ Styles says you broke the code and fun match. And Samoa Joe at this point was in his undefeated streak. And this led to Daniels coming back at the end of the match and helping AJ Styles not get muscle buzz on a chair like he did at Genesis. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Fantastic match. And then we get the main event for the NWA TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Jeff Jarrett defeats Rhino to retain the title. A wild Slapnuts appears. Okay. That's the third reference I had to do for Marky D. Yeah, this storyline, this match was good. However, there's too much run-ins in this match. Now, I don't know what the original plan for the first Bound for Glory was with if Kevin Nash did not pull out the pay-per-view, because I think originally Kevin Nash was supposed to be Jeff Jarrett. However, Kevin Nash pulled out the pay-per-view because of, I don't know what, injuries or a heart issue. I don't know. So Rhino at Bound for Glory 2005 pulled triple duty. He won the first Monsters Ball match, and then he won that gauntlet match, which is basically their version of a Royal Rumble. And he goes to face Jeff Jarrett with Tito Ortiz as the special guest referee, and Rhino won the world title. And then he was a transitional champion, let's just be fair here. And that's because on the primetime episode of Impact, Jeff Jarrett won the title back from Rhino. And this is the rubber match. Again, this was a good match. Way too much interference in this match. From Team Canada, mostly. Jarrett wins, and then all of a sudden, the match overall gets a 6.5 out of 10. I don't remember what. Again, I'm going fresh with these shows again, so you're gonna get different grades from what I gave them. Then all of a sudden, the lights went out. A Scorpion appears, Sting's trench coat, bat, and boots were on a chair. And we don't know what this is going to lead to. Final Resolution 2006. You already know. I already reviewed that show back in August. So, that's how the show ends. Turning Point 2005 is a good show. 7 out of 10. So yeah, good show. And yeah, join me this Thursday for another December themed pay-per-view. I want to know when we're going back to 1998 WWF. And you know what it's going to be. It's the pay-per-view after Survivor Series 98. Rock Bottom 98. So can Stone Cold Steve Austin survive The Undertaker's wrath in the Buried Alive match? Spoiler alert, he did. Like this video. Tomorrow on my main channel, by the way, I'll do episode 4 of WECW Showdown. And that's the second to last show to do before Revenge. So yeah. And you'll see that. Thursday, Rock Bottom 1998. Like this video. Comment down below if you're new to this channel right here, Tyler's Retro Reviews. And my main channel also. Subscribe to both of them. And there. Bye-bye.